ESPN's undefeated Marc Spears back on the show. How are you, Marc?
Gearing up for a crazy night, brother.
Now, I bet. Now, does that include a Porzingis trade? What do you think?
I'm not counting it out. They seem pretty peeved about his lack of communication since the end of the season and appear to be exploring all options. I think this is something that if you're going to do it, don't do it tonight because it just seems like there's a lot of emotion. And you make mistakes when you make deals with emotion. So I hope they don't. I hope for the Knicks fans' sake they don't. But I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility either.
Is it possible for us or you to find out what caused Phil to reportedly fall asleep during a prospects workout, according to Jay Williams, and bottle that and have me pour it into whatever he has drinking right now so he falls asleep for the next 12 hours, thus keeping Porzingis in a Knick uniform for the time being? Is that possible, Marc?
Now how old is he?
Oh, who? Phil?
Phil.
I don't know. Maybe he could have a little green tea. He strikes me as a green tea drinker.
About 70. He needs to take a nap from time to time, man. We got to give him a pass on the nap. My dad takes a nap in the middle of the afternoon.
Has he lost his fastball, Marc?
I don't know if he ever had one because he's not coaching. This is a different, situation. He's in the front office. He's an executive, so. Just because I'm good at making soup doesn't mean I'm good at doing barbecue. It's two different things, and I like the people underneath him. I think he has great people underneath him, but you can't make decisions based on ego and disappointment and whether or not they treated you the right way. I mean, he's killed Melo's trade value. Now you throwing this kid out there where instead of being upset that he hasn't returned your text, perhaps you should go find him and talk to him and figure out what the deal is because he's too talented and they drafted him, So I just don't understand all this, but seems like there's a lot of ego involved.
Marc Spears joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show from ESPN. What's going on in Cleveland? Is Chauncey Billups mulling over an option right now?
I think so. I think he should take it. I know people like this isn't the greatest job in the world, but there's only one of 30. And we don't know that LeBron's leaving. And be honest, there hasn't been a lot of African-Americans who even get this opportunity. So the numbers are extremely low in that regard. I hope Chauncey takes it. I think he'd be great. I've known Chauncey for a long time. Very, very bright mind. I know the Nuggets were interested in bringing him in front office a while ago, but kind of lowballed him. But I hope he takes it, and regardless of whether LeBron stays or not, I think he's somebody that's always up to the challenge.
So what do you think happens this evening, top five? Walk me through it. I know what your mock draft is, but walk me through what you think will happen and where you think a trade possibility might hit.
Fultz, done. Philly. Number 2, Ball, done. 3 is where it gets interesting. If the Celtics keep the pick, I'm starting to hear that they might take the kid from Florida State, which is certainly Isaacs, which is certainly would be surprising. But they're shopping the pick. Keep an eye on the Clippers. Keep an eye on some other teams trying to sway their mind. Maybe New York with Porzingis. That's where it gets interesting is with the 3rd pick.
If Phil, again, not to harp on this, but if Phil Jackson trades Porzingis to the Celtics of all teams, Marc,
that's it. That just sounds like doesn't even make sense, right? The same sense.
No.
When's the last time they made a trade?
Well, I mean, we had Pat Williams on last hour, and Pat said when he was as the GM with the Sixers for 12 years, he never talked to Red Auerbach. For 12 years. That it wasn't even worth the conversation. They were just not going to deal with each other. Now we're seeing at the top of this year's draft.
You don't think Porzingis in the Celtics uniform would love to come back to the Garden?
I don't even
get some of that.
We have to stop talking about it because it makes me nauseous. Just the mere thought.
I mean, we don't. Do we even need to talk about 4 or 5? 3 is just so juicy.
So who would be?
I can't wait.
Who would people be trading into at 3? For Fox? For Jackson? Is that the presuming name?
I know they love Josh Jackson there. So I could see if the Knicks were to trade for that pick, I could see him getting Josh. A lot of people love Josh. It's amazing to me that, and look, I'm a big fan of his. I might be biased. I saw him play in high school a lot up in Napa, but he's pretty spectacular. So I'd be surprised if the Celtics didn't take him, but they didn't work him out. Danny Ainge and the coach had a discussion with him. They seen him play. I don't know that they need to work him out, but if the Celtics do pick, I think they're intrigued by Isaacs, and then it also gets interesting with the Suns at 4. They like Fox, but Fox doesn't want to be around a bunch of point guards from his alma mater, so it'll be a little touchy there. And then if somehow Jackson lands to 5, the Kings might start crying because a lot of people feel this is the best player to draft, and he'd be going to Sacramento.
So then Fultz, last one for you, Mark. Does Fultz end the process? Is the process over when he's drafted by the Sixers? What can you tell me?
Well, do we know if Ben Simmons is going to be yet? Do we know if Fultz is going to be? There's certainly a lot of young talent there. I wish Simmons would play in Summer League. But I think there's going to be some pressure on Fultz, man. I mean, there's a lot of naysayers because of what didn't happen in college. Nobody's really seen him play. I think there's going to be some pressure on him to really, really prove himself as a winner, as a competitor, and those are things that are being questioned right now. But talking to the people from the Sixers, they are very excited and they love him.
Best you can tell, was Jimmy Butler told by a Cleveland Cavalier, don't come here? What do you think?
Perhaps, but if he says that means LeBron's leaving, right? So
I mean, and to me, that's one of the reasons why Chauncey has to give pause, right? Like, I know it's a rare opportunity, as you point out, but do you want to be the guy that's sitting there where LeBron leaves on your watch?
What's to say that Chauncey can't convince him to stay?
Well, he's got to convince him to stay by surrounding him, right? With the right.
Yeah.
With the.
Hey, I think that Chauncey has to take it. Who's this? Is it a guarantee he's going to get another one? I mean, this is you could have turned down a job of a team that went to the finals. I mean, even if they lost LeBron, they still got Kyrie and Love. There's still other players. It's not like he's taking over the Kings. It could be a lot worse. I think he should take it.
All right, Mark. Appreciate the time. Enjoy the draft tonight. This seems to be the most intriguing NBA draft I can recall. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Rich, I'm excited, man. I'm about to get on this subway and head to Brooklyn right now.
Okay. If you see Phil, well, I know he rides the bus, but if you see Phil, give him a nudge.
I don't think he's going to take the bus today. That may not be a good move.
You sure about that? Because, I mean, he took the bus at the end of last season. It was all over, and he's taking the bus home.
but if he takes the bus today, it's going to be very, very late, and there might be some angry people on that bus looking at him.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate the time.
Bad people are awake at night, you know?
That's true. Don't hoot with the owl. If you hoot with the owls, you can't soar with the eagles. That's what Rod Woodson used to tell me all the time.
Exactly.
Take care, Mark. Thanks for the time.
All right, man.
You got that. That's Marc Spears.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app, and I'll be sure to move Week 6 games to Saturday for that wedding you have to go to.